Matt knows the route I like to take through the park, and we walk through the reed beds on the long, squiggly boardwalk, built to traverse them like a long, wiggly bridge. The wind swishes through the reeds, making them sing with a magical sound. Listen, I encourage him, stopping on the bridge. Whoosh, whoosh. I mimic the susurration, my voice hushed, soft and gentle as the air. Close my eyes, and I'm in Africa, standing in the back of a truck in Savannah Land, watching lemongrass sway, smelling it on the warm breeze. With little effort, Edinburgh's dark, damp night turns to blazing African sunshine. Clear blue skies stretch for miles, and I'm a million miles away, enjoying the warmth of the sun on my back, allowing the breeze to whisk away the remnants of my earlier discomforts, free as a bird. This is the person I want to be. Strong, adventurous, fearless. This is me. My breath comes easy, laden with unfamiliar odours. Even the dust smells of heat and recent tropical rain. There's a taste of it on my tongue. The sun is hot on my head, and my skin changes colour from pale winter to burnished summer. Heat rises from the ground, hazy and dreamlike. Reach out and I can touch it as the breeze whispers into my hand. Here I can be adventurous, shucking off old fears and constraints, embrace new experiences, a new life warmed by the sun. Gazelles and zebras graze, their noses twitching, their ears pricked, alert for lions or cheetah stalking them through the long grass. There's a rustling, a movement. Grazing halts. Heads perk up, leg muscles tingle, preparing for flight. Hair prickles on the back of my neck. My hands tighten into fists by my side. While we've stopped, Matt says, his voice beside me, sudden, close. I jump, fear in my throat, palpitations. My eyes open wide. Not a lion or a cheetah, but equally surprising. Matt taking my hand, pulling me to look at him, getting down on one knee in the middle of the savannah. I stare at him. I can't extricate my hand. What are you doing? My breath halts. Adrenaline surges. Gazelles leap and run, swift as the wind. I feel the colour drain from my face, the strength from my limbs. It's okay, Kate. Trust me. It's okay. He steadies me with one hand, showing a ring with the other. Look, I'm only asking you to marry me. Oh, I take a step back, my free hand gripping the handrail. Why? With a puzzled frown, he lowers his arm and gets to his feet. I thought, well, I'm asking you to be my wife. Zebras gallop, their hoofs pounding in my chest. Your wife? Trust me, that's what a proposal usually means. With a lurch, everything rushes past. Trees, grass, zebras, gazelles, whizzing, rushing, moving too fast, making me dizzy. I grab the handrail to stop the spinning, to stop me falling. Oh, please don't let go, I cry. Don't let me fall. Matt puts his hand out to steady me. You're okay. You're not falling. Water. It's not the reeds rustling, it's water gushing. No longer Africa. A Scottish mountain. Slipping. Nothing under my feet. Slipping. Sliding. Oh, please don't let me fall. Matt puts both arms round me and holds me tight. You're okay, Caitlin. You're fine. Nothing's going to happen. I've got you. His voice is soothing. I've got you. Closing my eyes, I rest my head on his shoulder until the falling stops. It's the dream again. The dream I used to have so often years ago, and still have now and then. The falling dream. They say everyone has one. I don't know about anyone else, but mine terrifies me. I wake up sweating and panting for breath, my lungs bursting, stretched beyond endurance. I've just had the dream while standing here on the bridge across the reed beds, fully awake. All right, Matt asks. I look up and see concern in his eyes. I take a breath and gather the dream into a crumpled ball in my fist, holding it tight, keeping it captive. When I indicate I'm steady, he loosens his arms, standing ready to catch me if I stumble or sway. I step away a little. You okay? He asks. I close my eyes and concentrate on breathing. What was that? Concern is folded into the softness of his voice. There are no words. I shake my head. There is a pain starting in my right shoulder. It's throbbing, and I doubt I could lift my arm if I tried. The dream caught me in Africa this time. That's new. I'm usually up a hill or a mountain somewhere in the north of Scotland, and it usually happens during the night when I'm safely tucked up in bed, grateful for its security as I emerge from the nightmare. What just happened? He asks, looking up at him, not seeing him, my mind struggling to focus on the problem. I only asked you to marry me, he says, not take the leap of death from a plane or something. I wasn't expecting it. With a rueful smile. Yeah, that's kind of the point of the whole down on one knee thing. The dream. I wasn't expecting the dream. I was in Africa. A different type of dream. A daydream. Too much to explain. I don't know what to say. I was hoping for yes, please, he says, his smile rueful, his eyebrows raised. Puzzled, I look into the depth of his eyes, struggling to understand. Then I remember. He'd been down on one knee. He'd asked me to marry him. The echo of the dream muddles my thinking. I need to sit down. Matt looks around. There's nowhere, no bench nearby. He lowers me onto the end of the bridge and sits beside me, his arms protecting me from the evening's chill while I organise the chaos in my head. The spinning top of my thoughts wobbles and slows as my breathing steadies and my heart rate settles, allowing me to gather what wits I have. Strength suffuses through me as silence enfolds us, and I lean against the rock that is my boyfriend. We've been going out for over a year, plenty time to know whether this relationship is going to work. But his proposal seemed to come from nowhere. I had no idea he was thinking that way, but then I never do know for sure what Matt's thinking. Unlike me, he's not one for in-depth discussions about himself. He's confident and assured, and knows himself well enough not to need the analysis. He's everything I could want in a husband. Steady, reliable, calm, tolerant, my rock. Cultured, witty, gentle, the list goes on ticker-taping through my head. I look at him in the late evening light. Handsome too. That can be added to the list. He's handsome in a classic, tall, dark sort of way, but not vain. I have to look away from the pain clouding those beautiful deep blue eyes. With every moment I prevaricate, his head drops lower, disappointment bending his back and furrowing his brow. There are words I should be saying right now, but they're stuck somewhere in my gullet, choking me, taking as my breath as it struggles to form them. Why can't I say it? Why can't I graciously accept the marriage proposal of the man I love? You're shivering. Let me get you home, Matt says, helping me to my feet. Do you think you're steady enough? I nod and we walk towards the gate of the park, our hands no longer held, though our steps are in sync because he gives the support of his arm round my back, his other hand holding my elbow tight to his side. No more whispered conversation, no more laughing and joking. Tonight I don't try to push him into the marshy reed bed, he pretending I could if I pushed a little harder. And he doesn't save me from the crocodile I swear lurks in the reedy pool. All the fun has gone out of the walk. Opening my clenched fist, I make myself let go of the dream, throw it into the air to be carried on the wind with a wing and a prayer in the hopes it will never return. How many times I have tried to release it, cast it from me. I don't want it. It stops me being the person I want to be. It leaves me weak and vulnerable. It's a leech, sucking power and confidence from me. This is so not the person I want to be. I'm sorry, Matt. I know that was far from the response you were hoping for. I don't know what's wrong with me. Of course I want to marry you. I just can't seem to commit. Yes, I suppose that's it, isn't it? But I don't know why. Is it commitment or trust that I balk at? Do they come to the same thing? Marriage, in my mind, means you entrust your life course, your happiness, to someone else, and I'm not sure I'm ready for that. All the African sunshine has been eclipsed, and the dark chill of the evening is seeping into my bones. I'm sorry, Matt. Truly I am. He shrugs. As long as you're okay. I don't suppose there's much else he can say. He asked me to marry him with every right to expect an acceptance, and I've crushed him with hesitation and doubt, to say nothing of a meltdown. That was, well, I don't know what it was. It was something else. He sounds exhausted. He walks me all the way up the path, making sure I'm steady, and whatever it was that happened in the park is past, and I'm all right before he takes his leave. We say a brief good night outside the house, without any suggestion of cups of coffee or any other nightcap. No lingering good-night kisses, just good night. And I stand with my hand on the doorknob, watching him walk away with my heart, wondering what's wrong with me.